Hi, I'm Pox.
Couch Guy.
And today we are drinking more Mountain Dew.
More Mountain Dew. And you know what? I love Mountain Dew. And today we get out of the exotics. We go down to the hardcore Mountain Dew drinker.
Yeah. So if you haven't noticed the last couple episodes that we put out on Mountain Dew taste testing, this is the final traditional Mountain Dew one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, until recently they came out with some new ones, so we're gonna have to do some more. But this is we saved these for last because I'm not a big diet drinker. You'll see in the video my opinion on diet, but I usually drink traditional Mountain Dew. But they put out the new old school, throwback stuff, which stick around and watch. There's some surprising results on what we prefer.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting what we talked about.
It used to be the only way you could get these ones that are made with real sugars. You'd have to go to some special plant in some other state. I've
seen some other companies making the real sugar ones that are in other countries. So it's kind of a special treat that they put it out that way. Speaking of other countries,
yeah,
and trying to talk to people in other countries.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to actually physically go to some other country to get the right kind of Mountain Dew.
But you know what? You don't have to go to another country to do.
For what?
Have a meeting.
Yeah. So go to meeting.
Go to meeting.com/podcast. You too can now get a chance to try what we've been talking about.
For freezies.
You get I think it's a 45-day free trial, and you can test out this software the best way that we found that, people in other countries, I don't care if they're across town. You set up a meeting, you can have a meeting, you can invite guests from multiple locations. It's, let's just be honest, it's really kind of not very classy to do it over IM chat.
No, and this way you can actually share your screens, so they can see what you're seeing, and you can work on, your PowerPoint. You can show whatever.
I have to say, graphic design wise, we're trying to get input from other people when we're talking about people who have money invested.
Ragable and I have been using it to work on Beyond the Clipping Plane because we're like
two different locations.
Yeah, we're not in the same place
always.
So,
yeah. So try it. Get the free trial. Go to meeting.com/podcast. Get your trial. Check it out. You'll like it. It's been great to use it. So.
Yeah. And let's finish up this Mountain Dew.
Oh, we gotta have some more. I want some more now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's crack open the.
We're going into the traditional line now. And I am definitely looking forward to the caffeine-free Diet Mountain Dew that we're going to be sampling next.
So go like this.
Yeah, so we've got caffeine-free up first, right? Oh, and then the diet.
Which one do you want to go first? Actually, this is the question. Do you want the sugar or the diet first?
Do you want to bastardize it the most to the least? So then you put the caffeine-free diet one first.
Okay.
When you're talking about bastards, let's just be honest. There's not much difference between when you go caffeine-free Mountain Dew and caffeine-free diet, except for you take away everything with this one and just make it.
The diet one tastes like ass.
It's like ass enhanced. Okay, we'll go ass enhanced. Caffeine-free. This is the bastard of all bastards. Diet, caffeine-free Mountain Dew.
There's like no reason to drink this.
This is for the people who want...
This had better be yellow.
Pour it out, it's just water.
This is for the people who enjoy the taste of Mountain Dew but want to feel as if they're being healthy.
The taste of Mountain Dew comes from sugar and caffeine. And yellow dye number 5.
Then I guess I have no reason for why...
Why am I pouring so much of this in there? I don't want to... It is yellow. I'm not even going to smell it yet because I can't stand the smell of diet.
Ugh. Doesn't even look appetizing to me. It looks like, you've been kind of dehydrated for the past couple of days and you just took a piss.
Not quite that bad.
You realize that the rest of them all look that color?
Yes, but I just wanted to throw out as many insults for this one as I can possibly muster.
You can taste the diet.
I can smell it in there, but I haven't tasted it yet.
It's not too bad.
I really can't smell anything.
It really doesn't have much.
Maybe lemon? Like, just a slight smell of it. We might be needing that cup.
That one, I don't drink diet soda, so any diet soda gets me.
I do, so I'm used to it.
The aftertaste is blah.
So
It's really the aspartame.
It's that
That's the aspartame.
the aspartame has a bad taste to it.
Yeah, it does.
Splenda has a weird aftertaste to it. It's not, I
Yeah.
don't think it's as bad when you're drinking it, but afterwards it tastes like chlorine or something. Because it is. It's made with chlorine.
It's not that bad in Splenda.
it's not as bad as I thought it would be because I've
And then,
never
Yeah,
drank
cyanide
diets
doesn't taste bad
before.
either.
Well, then there's sucrose, which does apparently cause cancer in rats. But, you know, I
In
mean,
large
rats,
doses.
really.
Large
Surprisingly, I would drink this above most of the other ones that we've sampled up till now, based purely on taste.
The fact that it's caffeine-free just kind of knocks it out of the...
I don't even think I could taste the fact it was caffeine free because of the diet. It's my lack of palate in the diet realm.
Yeah, I'm just... Purpose-wise, it gets a ranking of maybe like a 1. Because I would drink it if I was really that thirsty. But
I'm
it would be
interested to
hard.
see what my reaction is to Futuron though too.
Definitely.
But I don't know, ranking wise, a 1.
Yeah, I gave it a 1.
I'll go with a 1 just because it does kind of taste like Mountain Dew. If I was the one day diabetic I'll become for the amount of Mountain Dew I drink.
That's your drink for the future.
That's my future drink.
That's your future.
The future's bleak.
It makes me really sad to think about actually. It is passable, but in no way doesn't have a diet flavor to it that, you know, like they always advertise it tastes just like the original. No, it doesn't.
Well, you can get close, but...
Can you rotate it around a little bit? Ooh, yummy.
I'm gonna have to give this one a 3, just because it's caffeine free and diet. I thought it was gonna taste like shit. It didn't taste like shit, as I said before. It actually tasted better than most of the ones that we have sampled before. So I was pleasantly surprised.
I have to say after this, I'm actually looking forward to the caffeine-free regular one. And I know what that tastes like.
But it did it taste better than the urine that it looked like?
Yes, much better than the urine it looked like.
Okay, moving on to the leaded caffeine-free.
I think the word leaded is kind of misleading in that one. I think the lead is the caffeine.
Whenever I reference soda, if it's unleaded, it's diet. If it's leaded, it's loaded with sugar.
That's true. Well, they had a very similar coloration, so it is definitely not as carbonated as the diet was.
It smells just the same, really.
It smells like lemon heads.
It does.
Yeah, it has a more sugary flavor to it.
Yep, there
I
it is.
would-
Sugar.
Sorry.
I would hope so.
There's the HFCs coming in.
I can definitely still smell the lemons. Silent contemplation.
You know, it passes for Mountain Dew
It
if
does.
you've never tasted Mountain Dew.
But knowing that it's caffeine-free, I feel like I'm just...
Something's wrong.
I'm not getting anything out of these calories.
There's like the big hole in the middle of it somewhere.
I have to question why
The
I'm
donut
drinking
like
this.
in Mountain
Yeah,
Dew.
there is a question there. Why would you want to drink Mountain Dew at all if you didn't want the caffeine?
Yeah.
The flavor is really not that.
But that's what we're evaluating today.
Well, I guess it's not that much difference. I'll say that after having all those, so I'm kind of skewed for remembering exactly how Mountain Dew tastes.
we maybe should have started off with Mountain Dew. Just
No,
to be able to
I'm
taste
glad.
everything
I'm
else.
happy to end
compared
the
to the other
palate.
one, I can taste the flavor in this more than the diet one.
Definitely.
I can really taste that lemon citrus sort of thing over the diet.
Well, it was. I really got overpowered by the diet aspect of the last one. So
It kind of kills off a lot of the other flavors that's in there.
maybe if I had a more advanced palate. This one isn't terrible. I can taste the fact it doesn't have caffeine in it though. It just doesn't.
We'll have to do a blind taste test with you next time.
Oh,
Which
I'll
one's-
tell you what.
which
You
one's
can do
caffeine-free,
You
which
can do a
one's
blind
diet
taste test with me. I'll tell you what. You pick these three, right here. I can pick it out,
We'll have to do that.
and they're supposed to be relatively the same. I watch. I would fail that miserably.
All right, so what's the score on this one?
This is a 7 for me. I have to vote before you this time.
My purpose of drinking pop is for the caffeine, so I'll give it a 3 because it's not bad tasting, but again, what's the point for me?
That's not how you evaluate.
That is how I'm evaluating.
It's on flavor and bouquet. No, I know.
That's why I gave it a 3.
I understand.
Otherwise, it would have been a 1. Like, no caffeine, but you're out of the ballpark.
I don't drink very much caffeine. I mean, I don't even drink coffee on a regular basis. So, it didn't have the horrible aftertaste that the caffeine diet Mountain Dew had. So, I'm gonna have to give it a 6 on this one. It was
enjoyable for you, huh?
I just think it does taste all right, which is the only thing that saves it. It does taste okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your score?
I did a 7.
Oh, okay.
Very first one out of the gate. I had to beat Greg Bull to it because
I gotcha.
we've been so close on everything. I didn't want to have him pop out with like a 7 or 8.
I came up with a 3. So
Yeah, I'm
there
proud
you
of you. It's proud of me more than I am of you,
Oh,
actually.
All right, let's toss in the sugar. Or no, the caffeine.
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 go.
This is
Diet
Mountain Dew.
With caffeine.
0 calorie Mountain Dew.
This is the sort of stuff I drink.
Congratulations.
Because I'm
You're afraid
conscious about calories.
you know, you do have a weight problem too. So
I'm just saying that if you can cut back where you can, cut back where you can.
I think you need to have a calorie IV.
You mean a caffeine IV?
No, you already have a caffeine IV.
Oh.
That's how he maintains his girly figure.
Every calorie counts.
Yeah.
You've been on South Beach for a while, haven't you?
No. No.
Yeah,
Pop's the easiest one to cut away.
that's true.
This one seems more neon.
Yeah.
Maybe my colors are just mixing now.
Well, it does have a stronger color.
Yeah. Kind of like
I can actually
maybe if you poured some oil on the ground, you know, some
Where did
Pennzoil
we
or
find?
something.
Like seriously, where did you guys find him?
He was trying to sell us
Water hammers. To
It was a joke, by the way.
Oh, we realized that, but I still think it's funny. Keep on bringing it up. How'd you meet him? Water hammers.
He's the only one who responded to our casting call for Beyond the Clipping Plane. The only one.
I responded, but I just couldn't show up for that day. That was the bad thing, and I wouldn't be in front of the camera, which is odd.
So I can smell the diet, and I can taste the diet, but to me,
This one actually
that
smells
doesn't bother me a whole
much
lot.
better than the other one. I have to say, I can actually smell like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I can definitely smell Mountain Dew.
It's offensive, but not as offensive.
I hate the aftertaste. Ugh.
Still got that
Give me the cup.
aspartame.
It is tingy.
Did you say tinny?
Tingy.
Tingy.
A little tingy in the back.
Yeah. But for one that is used to it, that doesn't bother me.
So is it worse than the diet caffeine-free one?
Yes, I think it is.
I think, yeah, it is. It's more prominent, the aftertaste of the...
yeah,
It's probably because of the
But
caffeine.
the first impact is not as bad. The first impact on this one was traumatic.
Yeah.
I think they might have to use more sugar to, overcompensate for the bad taste of the caffeine, so you get more of that bad aftertaste.
But there's no sugar in that at all.
I'm saying, and the caffeine-free one, they don't have to use as
But-
much.
but
aftertaste.
I'm saying even this one had like a really big punch at the beginning. Like I could not handle the beginning of that. The back end of this one is about this is worse, but it's not as
much
bad.
worse. This doesn't have as big of the punch that you were talking about at the very beginning, but the aftertaste is just horrible.
It does
and
have-
I'm thinking about what am I going to feel like, after I drink
It
it.
has a cough drop aftertaste.
It has a worse than a cough drop aftertaste. What are you talking about?
I don't have really fruity. I have those nasty cough drops. So
He knows what he's talking about.
I like how we always revert back to popsicles or kind of medicine.
well, because when you talk about chemicals, that's really you don't want it to taste like bleach. So WD-40 really hasn't applied to any of these. So
All right, so
That's-
rating.
I'm giving this one a 2. I was very disappointed with it. I thought it would taste better than the caffeine-free Diet Mountain Dew, but ugh.
ooh, that's right. Yeah, 4.
5.
Shit.
No, this is what I drink, so. But in taste profile, it
I
doesn't
have
rank
to
up
actually-
there with that
yeah.
stuff, but I will drink this nonetheless for the caffeine.
I'm just gearing myself up for having to drink that for the rest of my life someday.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah, couch guy's excited.
Finally, an island of peace in the wasteland of flavor. This is like a weird experiment, I think. that's being portrayed on the public. It's like, really, how many flavors can we make of one product that was so popular for so long before they just hate us?
Have we gotten to that point yet?
I don't think they notice it. They're like, oh, it's another Mountain Dew. It's so popular.
It's like
anymore.
Lucky Charms, where they add another charm in like every couple months.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anyone like really is dedicated to another flavor. Maybe Code Red, but beyond the core weird group.
Nobody's just like, I'm a voltage drinker.
Yeah, no one's like, I only drink voltage.
I don't know. There's some Code Red drinkers.
That's what they
Yeah,
besides
that's what I was
Cold
just
Red,
saying,
besides Cold
But that
Red.
was the
Code
first
Red.
one that they did, so that it has that following.
It's had, Code Red's been around for like 10 years. So it's got a good base on it. Mountain Dew, on the other hand, no. You're not going to beat it. I think a lot of people drink Mountain Dew and occasionally buy another one for festive events.
Yeah. It's like when you have to pick up more than one pack of soda, it's like Mountain Dew. Oh, maybe there's other Mountain Dew too.
Yeah. I'll try the new one.
It has the reassuring look and texture, I think, of Mountain Dew. I mean,
He's referring to a liquid as a texture. Okay.
well,
I'll follow
Texture
you.
in your mouth.
what I'm just saying is, growing up with Mountain Dew, I mean, when you're a kid, what do you drink? You drink Mountain Dew, and this look actually, brings back a lot of childhood memories and stuff. So,
Oddly enough, you
eventually-
know what this also looks like? Absinthe. Absinthe is green, kind of like that.
Speaking of illegal things, this was forbidden in my home. We were not allowed to have hardly any soda. If we were, it was just the caffeine-free stuff. And every once in a while, Pepsi, okay.
Yeah,
But
Mountain Dew.
No, Mountain Dew, never.
Mountain Dew was
Yeah,
a
Mountain
Satan's
Dew,
drink
yeah, that's right.
for a long
There was
time.
the kids that drink regular soda, then there's the kids that had Mountain Dew, and they
You
were
know,
the bad boys.
Honestly, I can tell you what ingredient caffeine is in Mountain Dew because of that argument. It's number 5. It's
Feel it
fifth
at number
ingredient.
5?
It's a 5th ingredient.
Okay.
Because there's such a it better be the 5th ingredient. It
was at one point in time.
what? It's not even on this one. Oh.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually 6th ingredient now. But
so they've
high
changed
fructose
the
corn
formula?
syrup. Anyway, the argument, because it was like, oh, it's got the most caffeine. Actually, no, Coke is actually above it.
Really?
In terms of like ingredient list and number of molecules of caffeine are probably not connected. But
And I'm pretty sure that Mountain Dew has never put some
cocaine?
powdery substance
Yeah, well,
in there.
we go.
With the
Hope.
exception of the caffeine or the caffeine-free ones, they all have the same amount of caffeine. The Mountain Dews, they're all 24
Oh
grams.
yes.
Ooh.
Speaking of absinthe, I don't think it is illegal anymore.
I don't know what it is. I just know that
Somebody told me you could buy a 2-pack case or something like that.
It's
Depends. There's variations of it. There's true absinthe, and then there's the bastardized version.
the non-wormwood absinthe.
Yeah.
apparently there's like special ways of getting it that is legal, but it's
Yeah, there are. You can import it.
you have to import it and you
Did
have
they have
to
a
like,
liquor license?
No, you can just essentially buy it.
That's
Overseas.
That's what this was. You bought it. I think you were buying it out of Europe, but you had to buy
Yeah.
a 2-pack case or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It was like 26 bottles or 24 bottles. Anyway,
All right,
sorry.
so what do you guys give
24
this
bottles
one?
of absinthe
This
in the
is
bottle.
this is sweet ambrosia. This is mine 10.
I'll give this an 8.
I'm gonna have to go with 8 on this one too. It definitely beats.
Raggable and Andrew. What is your 10 then?
My 10 will probably be close to this.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually get I know what I'm gonna give that already.
I don't know. The only
Why
thing
don't you just take the goddamn can?
the only thing
I'm
that
trying to wash all the rest of diet out of my mouth.
We still got one more drink.
Okay.
the only bad thing I can say about this is after I started drinking it, my teeth started to hurt.
That's why I drink diet. All right,
It
so
was
what was
very
your
good.
rating? Did you give it a rating, Andrew?
Yes, I gave it an 8.
An 8, okay.
All right.
So, moving on to the throwback, which is the version made with natural sugar. There was a point in time when I thought, I was told that a lot of pop was made with cane sugar. This particular instance, I think, was made with beet sugar.
I think it's sugar. I think Okay, this I could completely be wrong. So wiki it and something else, but somebody told me that they make it with as local sugars they can get, so that they can save on. And in Wyoming, we make a lot of sugar beets.
Yeah.
So
And in Wyoming,
we actually make soda too.
Yeah. So.
Pepsi. And do we have any other plants other than Pepsi in Woodland? Okay.
No.
Thank you, Pepsi.
We
for
love
giving
you.
Wyoming.
But so I was told it was made with sugar beets from Wyoming.
Yeah, so they can still say natural sugars, but it just may not be that same cane sugar.
It's still real sugar.
Can you taste the difference between beet and cane?
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't
there's
had
a
anything with cane sugar
substantial
yet.
difference. I don't know if you can taste it in pop, but there's definitely a difference in the crystals. Like,
It's
if you
natural
make something
sugar's
with
brown.
Yeah.
Beet sugar's brown?
No, natural sugar, cane sugar.
Oh.
The sugar in the raw. Have you ever seen the sugar in
Yeah.
the raw? It's brown.
Actually, most sugars are brown, aren't they? And then they
Refine them out.
Recharge them or something.
Oh, they
just like
yes.
rice.
More than likely. I don't know anything about sugar, beyond the fact I love it.
Well, that's your body breaks everything down into sugars. So it's just kind of like...
Speed the process
yeah.
up.
You know, all these colors from all these Mountain Dews are just kind of starting to look the same now for these.
You know, on the back end, with the exception of the caffeine-free ones appear to be a little darker.
But as far as this lineup goes,
They're all this
Yeah.
yellow.
Yeah.
And they're all the familiar yellow. Or as, Andrew was saying, the dehydrated yellow.
Well, it kind of smell the same.
This one does
except
smell
for the
a
diet
little,
stuff.
This one does smell a little bit sweeter.
You can't smell the lemon as much either. You can still definitely smell it, it's just not as prevalent.
I have to say the one thing about this, the throwback, that I like the throwback, but it kind of has, if you swish it around your mouth a little bit and imagine coffee, it kind of has a little bit of that flavor to it.
Unimagined.
Like, think about like a weak coffee or a strong tea. Like you took the carbonation side out of it when you swallow it, kind of felt like that. I used to have really sweet coffee, so I guess.
I don't know.
Would you like some coffee with your
My
sugar?
mocha venti
You're basically
cappuccino
saying
frappi.
it tastes sweeter.
Well, it tastes sweeter, but it has like a darker flavor to it. Like that's what I meant. Like it has like that roasted flavor to it.
Because I was thinking about this the other day, and it's like with this one, with the HFC sweetening it, it's denser. It's more concentrated on your tongue, but with this one,
There's a lot
it
more
rolls out.
There's
more.
definitely a stronger flavor profile. Like as far as like with the flavor, there's more.
Exactly.
There's more to it. But I think it's, it does go into a different area of your tongue.
I like the after effect on the back of my tongue. I can still actually taste cane sugar on the back of my tongue,
Or whatever sugar they're using.
or whatever sugar they're using. I mean, not cane, but sugar beet.
Yeah, that's what I mean by,
taste it.
this one tastes denser.
the
It
back.
targets a specific area in your tongue, but this
That's it.
one...
But I have to say that it reminds me the way it
Oh,
tingles with that as a diet.
That tingle tinny taste that
Is the diet. And that's why I think it tastes like diet in a lot of times.
It's been a good minute or so since I took my last drink.
And it does hang with
And it's still there, and it's not a bad taste. I have to say, this is probably my favorite one that we've tasted.
In terms of flavor, it does carry a better. Like there is something to say for the real sugar, absolutely.
All right, what's your guys' ratings?
9.5.
I'm gonna go 10. I like them both as much.
Oh, jackass, 10. I give it 10. You can't rank higher than me on that one.
I'm going to have to go with a 10 as well. This was the best one that we've had
And they're not going to make it
by
anymore.
bounds.
And they're not gonna make anymore, which is really
Which
sad.
is really
Really?
sad, Mountain Dew.
No, I see that, but
please
I
change
chose
your mind. This
to
is
be in
really
denial
good.
about
You know,
that.
they said that it might be more expensive to make. It's more expensive to buy.
It is. They said it's like 10 times more expensive to make, or well, the cost of the sugar ingredient.
Yeah.
Make it health food. Kind of like using real butter is healthy. Come on.
All right, so...
Thus concludes.
The taste test of Mountain Dew.
Well, are we going to go with best of our sections.
Oh yeah. So out of the,
Arrange the cans how you want them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. We already did these.
Yep.
I'm not even going to talk about these. I refuse to acknowledge that these exist. This is the only one that's drinkable.
I would actually have to say that this one was my favorite out of the two, the Caffeine Diet Mountain Dew. Just once again because of the horrendous aftertaste of the second, but I wouldn't drink either of them.
I disavow the knowledge of their existence.
So which one?
Well,
They don't exist.
They don't exist. These just throw them away.
What is there to choose?
Yeah, we don't
From I
even
recall, you actually like the most bastardized one more.
Yeah, well, not the most bastardized. I like the one that was not, well, least bastardized of the bastards.
I chose one specifically because it tasted better. That was it.
Okay. Anyways, on with the final one.
This
Hey,
one.
Throwback, definitely.
Throwback is definitely a more flavorful Mountain Dew experience. Not to be taken above, it's, originator, but it does have some legitimacy in it.
Well, it is the originator.
Well, I said, the current version.
The modernized Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That we all know and love today.
Have to deal with every day
All right.
because we don't get that other one.
I guess thanks to everybody for joining.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Any other
and
shows that you'd recommend that people watch, Alan?
Bird Notice.
Alan, how about Andrew?
Andrew, hint, hint.
Beyond the Clipping Plane has some, good acting from one side of the table and really bad acting from another side. But yeah, if you want to hit that show up, we'd appreciate it. If nothing else.
Tap that ass.
Couch guy.
Wednesdays at 10:30 Mountain Time. I sit in the corner and say nothing. It's fantastic.
We make him say stuff.
Occasionally.
He had his own segment.
I did have my own segment, that's true.
See? He contributes. Content.
And,
No.
no?
No.
No, you
Don't
want to
want
put them both?
Yeah, check him out. There. Wednesdays at 10:30 Mountain Time. Whenever the hell we get around to it.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Two Smart Guys production.